Now we take a look at Premise and Premonition from Luke Jermay. On the back it says, Real-World Mentalism Secrets from a True Expert. And indeed, Luke really is a true expert, and they really are real-world secrets from his working repertoire. There's several hours of material on here. You get a chance to see Luke perform some live performances, do a live performance of all the material. You also get a chance to see him do an incredible headline prediction at a radio station. Which is probably one of the very best headline predictions I've ever seen. It's very sneaky, very clever. His method is very well structured, and if you do any sort of headline prediction, or you want to do a radio headline prediction, do something at a radio station, I highly recommend it. Check this out just for that even. There's another section on here which is fantastic. It's a 20-minute hypnotism show, or pseudo-hypnotism I guess you could call it, and it finishes with a bit of mentalism. But I've always loved hypnotism and kind of wanted to put it in the show, but not fully. And if you want to get 20 minutes with no props, this is definitely the way to do it. Sort of a pseudo-hypnotism, mentalism routine, and he gets a good 20 minutes out of it, and people go away thinking they've been hypnotized, and there's a great routine at the end, which is similar to something he did in his first DVD, but this is just... he's taken it to a different level and a completely different premise, if you like. So the 20-minute hypnotism thing is really worth it as well on here. The other thing that's really great on here is pre-show work. I've always been a bit scared of pre-show work. It's always worried me a bit, never know what to say. But Luke on here has some great pre-show work. He has his complete script, he has a routine that he uses, and what's clever about this is that during the show it never comes across as pre-show work. It's not your standard sort of pre-show work. His setup to get the person on stage is very, very clever, and actually when I saw it I didn't think pre-show work at all. I just thought it was really well done. So his pre-show work, if you like me, you're a little scared of pre-show work, you want to check this out. Or if you already do some sort of pre-show work, still check it out because it's well worth it. There's the drawing duplication. Oh, what's nice about the pre-show work too is that the spectator actually does have a choice. They're constantly changing their mind. So from what they originally thought of perhaps during the pre-show, they get a chance to change their mind on stage. So it's actually really clever. A lot of great things about this. There's over 15 different routines. There's a great the black ball, white ball routine on here. He has some great handling on that. There's a performance only of any card at any number. There's a blindfold work as well. If you do any sort of blindfold work, he does a whole section on the blindfold, which is great. There's some card work as well. So if you're into close-up, there's some card work, close-up mentalism. It really is just filled with wonderful material over 4 DVDs, extremely well, as with everything Vanishing Ink does. Very well presented along the similar lines to the first one. So there it is there. So lots and lots of really great material from Premise and Premonition by Luke Jermay and Vanishing Ink. You know, one of the nice things about this product is that I like Luke's performance. He's not trying to be a psychologist, he's not trying to be a doctor and explain how things work in psychology. He's a mentalist, and that's how mentalism used to be. The only person who can do the other way, I believe, is Darren Brown. And so Luke doesn't try to be someone else, he's himself, and it's a really entertaining DVD. It's very entertaining to watch, and watching him actually put together a full evening show in itself is a lesson on how to structure a show, where to put the different material. So overall this is a really great product, extremely valuable to any performer, whether it be a magician or a mentalist. I very highly recommend this series of DVDs, well worth it.